Hello Flosstubers, it's Natalie here. Love it, live it, make it yours on Flosstube and Instagram. Thank you for joining me. I am just going to do a very special thank you to Tina from Fancy Lady Cross Stitch. She gave me a shout out on one of her videos, and since she has, I've had lots of people subscribing to my channel and watching my videos, so thank you so much to Tina and to everybody that has been watching. It means so much to me, and it was a real sort of surprise and shock, and I'm nothing but grateful. So thank you so much. I just had to start with that because it's such a positive for me. Thank you everybody. Thank you for subscribing. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all your fabulous comments. I'm just overwhelmed and so thankful. So thank you everybody. If there's anything I can do to improve these videos, please just let me know, or anything else you want to see, anything I can do differently, just let me know, because I got some good feedback from videos before, and it's helped me improve my channel. So thank you everybody. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. That would be great too, and leave me a comment and I'll do my best to reply. Thank you everybody. So I just had to start with something positive, and then I'm gonna follow my usual format and go from life updates to some shout outs. I've only got one WIP because I've worked on that WIP a lot. Other stuff I can't show you because they're going to be gifts, and so I thought that would be a pretty short vid. So I've also got some future plans that I'd like to share with you. I've got stash purchases, and then I want to wrap up my giveaway. So I'm just going to go straight ahead. So when I filmed last time, I had something that I really wanted to share with you guys that I couldn't, and that is that after 15 years of working in childcare, I am going to be leaving on Tuesday. Will be my last day in my current setting in childcare to pursue a new career. I am qualified for the job that I was lucky enough to get, but I've never done it before as a career. And so this is new for me. It's exciting, and I'm really looking forward to it. So I was filming this. I've already filmed this video twice, but I got into a bit of a rant about our education system and one thing and another, and that's for a different video. So but I qualified in childcare, and it just was a natural progression that I would work in childcare, and it's sort of become my life. I was really lucky enough to do my level 5, which wasn't just in childcare, but it was very much childcare based. It was in leadership and management, in health and social care, and children and young people's services. Such a mouthful. You should try writing it down on application forms. It's a nightmare. So I have got, and I did do health and social care for a little while for A levels. So I am actually qualified for the job, but I've never done it before. So I am very scared after 15 years of doing the same thing. But I'm also very excited. I am going to be an activities and wellbeing coordinator in a care home. The job is close to home, it's the same money, it's similar hours, it's one weekend on, one weekend off. The weekend that I work, I get 2 days off in the week, which will be so much better for me because I do have ongoing health issues, and it's been very hard the last 3 odd years to cater for health problems when you work the last 2 years I've done 10-hour shifts, 5 days a week. Before that I was doing 10 to honestly sort of 15-hour days, and sometimes I was working the weekends as well. So it has been really hard. So I think this is a positive step for me. Plus I'm a big believer in, just because you're qualified in something and you've made a success out of it, it doesn't mean it's all you're good at, because I've had so many people say to me, and I do appreciate what they say, but I've had so many people say, it's such a shame, you're really good at it, you know, you've done it a long time. That's the underlying problem. Just because you're good at something and because you've done it for a long time doesn't mean it's all you're good at and that you've got to do it forever. So sometimes you just have to go for it and try something new. And everyone that knows me well will know that I've been thinking for a while that I'll do something new, and I've been lucky enough to find it. So I don't know it's the right choice. I don't know I've made the right choice, but I know that it's better to try. I've done a couple of hours there already over 2 days. I've popped in to get to know people. I have a very lovely colleague that's also just started. Me and her are working together. She's the part-time lady, I'm the full-time lady. But I know we're gonna get on so well already. So I'm really lucky and I'm very, very excited. So yeah, that's my big life update. I also wanted to share with you, I said in my last video that I hadn't been feeling great. I am slowly but surely feeling better, and I do feel that lockdown had such a huge part to play in why I wasn't feeling myself, and I'm sure that resonates with lots of people. I'm sure lockdown has affected us all individually in different ways, and I won't go on about that too much, but I know that it's one of the reasons why I've decided to change career. It's given me too long to think. I was on my own for too long, and I'm so glad that even though we've gone into a second lockdown, that this time it's going to be different. I'm able to go to work, and even if education centres close, that wouldn't affect me now because I will be needed at my workplace. And I can still see people, I can still go to places. I was classed as high risk, I am now just classed as at risk, so that makes a huge difference as well. So yeah, feeling better slowly but surely. I've been doing lots of Christmas prep, making presents. I've just started shopping. I usually start in September. This year I haven't been able to for one reason and another, but that doesn't mean I haven't made up for it now. I'm actually quite excited. Yeah, but I'm trying to make a few more things. The only person I haven't managed to make for is my husband, and I feel quite bad about that. But everyone else will get a lovely handmade present. So yeah, sorry husband. I am making something for him. It's just because I've made things for other people that's taken a back burner, so sorry. Yeah, and I was going to mention that obviously we have gone into back into lockdown, which is a shame, but I hope you are all staying safe, keeping well, making the most of the time and the freedom that we have. And if you ever just need someone to talk to, just drop me a message on Instagram, leave me a comment on here, I will reply. Just do what you can to keep plodding on, making yourself feel comfortable, making yourself feel better. But yeah, at least it's a bit different this time. So I'm going to move on to my shout outs. So Tina from Fancy Lady Cross Stitch, again, thank you so much. I really appreciated your shout out and it's really changed my channel for me, so thank you so much. I also wanted to give a shout out to Jen from Wolf Down the Rabbit Hole. She is new to Flosstube, but she has some fabulous videos, and what's really good about her videos is that she's been cross stitching for a while, so she's digging out old WIPs and showing them, and I always find that really interesting, so I love that. And she makes a lot of gifts, and that's really lovely as well to see. And she's trying to stitch from stash, so I won't say too much because I want you to check out her videos, but she's done a really beautiful project with sparkly DMC. I've heard people call it the devil's arse hair, but I use it a lot and I don't have that much of an issue with it, so I've used it for backstitch and all sorts. So please check out her video, because yeah, there's some lovely, lovely projects on there. I also wanted to shout out to my one of my best friends, Dawn. Please check her out on Instagram. She's dawn.burr. She is a cross stitcher. She is she does journaling. She does craft projects. She does seasonal planting. She hasn't put all this on her Instagram yet, but I'm sure she has put her journaling on there and some of her crafty projects. But I would really like it if you could check out her Instagram. She does some beautiful planner pages, and she's a fab cross stitcher. So yeah, and she's a fab friend too. So yeah, that would be lovely if you could check out her Instagram page. So now I'm gonna go on to my WIPs, because I don't have any finishes I can show you. And then yeah, WIPs and future WIPs today. Sorry, I keep looking down, but you know, trusty Flosstube notebook, which I always have to tell people is Kath Keston Disney. It was brought for me by an old colleague of mine. She just saw it, thought of me, and got it for me because I'm a lucky girl. So the only thing I have been working on that I can show you, and actually it's the only thing I've worked on this week, is my beautiful, and it's not beautiful because I've stitched it, it's beautiful because Cross Stitcher magazine created it. It's the beautiful Christmas sow, the Christmas stitch along, and it's got a horrible crease in it, and I've just changed the light bulb in here, which has given me weird lines from my glasses here. But anyway, continue. It's a daylight bulb as well, and my old daylight bulb wasn't quite this daylighty. I don't know. Anywho. So I'll put a still in because this isn't going to be great, is it? Yeah, this is what I've been working on. I have adapted it. I don't think I'll be able to show you a picture of what it looks like, but basically the Christmas pudding was meant to be down here. These hearts were meant to be up here. The tree I've moved along so I can, because it sort of blended in. There was meant to be a strip of cream, I think, going down here. I didn't want that. I wanted it to look like a finished room. So I've taken that out. And I've changed the colour of the bunting. And when I moved my tree along, I accidentally moved it up one. And I stitched and unpicked this tree about 4 times, and I was not doing it again. So yeah, so it's a bit taller. My husband helped me out by saying bung another row in the bottom, and that'll make it reach. But it now looks like my tree is touching my bunting, which it does a little bit, but I don't mind. I can live with that because I was not unpicking it again. It's got colonial knots down here because I can't be doing with French knots. French knots are a pain in the bum. If you can make a figure of 8 out of a piece of string, then you can do a colonial knot, which is half the hassle, looks exactly the same. I've edited the robin to make him a bit rounder because the back stitch on the robin was quite pixely. So yeah, I'm just loving it so much. Might be a bit blurry. Go. I'll put a still in. You're not going to see it very well with my new dodgy bulb. Maybe I should have filmed in the daylight. It's too late now. But yeah, that's my WIP, and I've loved it. I've really loved it, and I'm hoping to finish it tomorrow maybe. Sorry, I was just looking at my colonial knots and it looks like one's a bit chubbier than the others, but you know berries on branches on holly aren't all the same, are they? They're not all equal. So yeah, I have changed lots of little different things, but that's what I've changed in the second part. So I'm ready literally just to knock out the third part, which is way smaller than this second part was. But I say it every Flosstube video, I love Cross Stitcher magazines because their patterns are adaptable. You can learn new skills, especially in their sows and their mini kits. You can add your own floss to it. They're just so adaptable, and I I really love them, especially their stitch alongs. That's my third one that I've completed. The first one was meant to be a 2019 one. I started it in 2019. I did not finish it until early 2020, I think. Yeah, early 2020. And then I have done their summer one, which was lovely, and now I've done the Christmas one. So you can, this year's Christmas one, so you can go back and have a look at my other videos to see them. And now I'm just going to go on to future WIPs, because I'd love to share those with you. I've got quite a few things kitted up, and I'm waiting for some floss to come from the lovely Kim at KLT Charting, who's also just started up Flosstube again, so check her out. Yeah, so waiting for some threads to come so I can start another project for a friend for Christmas. I used to kit my projects up in this folder that I got from Poundland, but it does not fit A4 in it very well. As you can kind of see, it kind of hangs over the edge a bit. Even the A4 paper kind of hangs over the edge a little bit. So I've made this my I Am Collecting. I said in my last video that I don't love Partworks magazines, but I could not resist the Disney cross-stitch one. So I'm keeping my Disney cross-stitch one in this folder until I get the actual folder for it. And I've kitted up a project in there, and I've got these lovely plastic wallets that are top loading. I don't usually buy plastic wallets because they're plastic, but these are obviously reusable and they're durable and they're perfect. They're, you know, going to keep my projects dust free. So yes, I'm just waiting. This is what I'm waiting for, the rest of the threads for this, so I can start a project for my friend. But I've got all the fabric and the needles and the floss from the Partworks Disney collection, Disney cross stitch, and I've transferred all those in here until my actual Disney folder comes. And I used to keep all my WIPs in that folder, but as I said, it didn't fit very well. And then I was in Morrison's and I found this fab like neon pink with rose gold clips in Morrison's. It was reduced to like 40 odd p. So I grabbed that because I could tell it was wider than the purple one, and it's got all my button plastic wallets in there with my kits. So yeah, I'm going to show you my folder. I keep a permanent pen in there because I don't use don't boo me, but I don't use the fancy I can't even remember what it's called, but the fancy app that everyone is using for their patterns. I don't use it. It'll probably come to me what it's called in a minute, but I can't think of it right now. And I still print off patterns, sellotape them together, and you can't highlight over sellotape. So I keep my handy permanent marker in there, especially for Into the Sky, which is it's in a previous Flosstube video. It's the one with it's inspired by Disney Pixar's Up with the house and the balloons. I am marking off with this pen over the sellotaped parts. I should probably really get into Pattern Keeper. I knew I'd remember in the end. I should probably get into Pattern Keeper, but I've just used paper and highlighter for so long since I was really small when I started cross stitching, and I tried and I couldn't get on with it, especially on my phone, and my Kindle's very small. Anywho, I continue. I was part of an exchange, an Easter cross stitch exchange, and a lovely lady, the idea was that you sort of got a little gift for the 4 days of Easter over the long weekend. You got a little gift, and it could be that you gave them a pattern, the threads, the hoop, that sort of thing. And my lady asked me, is there anything you want? And I said, not really, just surprise would be nice. I asked her, is there anything you want? And she wanted some scissors, so I brought her some little gold chicken scissors, and they were really lovely, and I'm sure they were from Little Beach Hut. on Etsy. Her patterns are lovely, but yes, the little chicken scissors were from her. But my lady, and I did kit up a pattern from her as well for my lady that I swapped with. My lady gave me some lovely black, way more than I need, I think, but yeah, some lovely black Ada. She gave me a floss card with a magnetic strip kitted up with these strands, and she got me some full skeins and had them delivered to me. And then she gave me a pattern from Cross Stitch Crazy that I've looked at so many times that I didn't have. So I was so grateful, and she was so nervous that I wouldn't like it, but it's Fiesta Forever by Cheryl McKinnon. I'm sure that's how you pronounce her name. I'm going to try not to show the pattern, but show you the picture. I should have just put in a still, but yeah, I mean, you can see well enough, can't you? And it's like Day of the Dead style cat and bird and skull, and it's me. It's definitely me. She was inspired by one of my projects that I'd made for my husband. I will pop a still in of that project that I made, and then you'll see that she was spot on buying this for me. So I love that, love, and I'm looking forward to starting that. If anyone is interested in my top loaded plastic wallet folders, they were from Tesco, 5 for £2.50. And I brought some for a friend and they never made it because I wanted to use them. Bad friend. I'm not going to say what friend it was because they'll probably tell me off. Rightly so. My next two projects are from an old issue of Cross Stitcher. It is Cross Stitcher July issue 2018, issue 333. And there is so much in here I want to stitch. If you've seen my videos before, you know I'm a fan of Cross Stitcher. However, cheeky mention, I got this with the free kit from a charity shop for £1, and then there was just so much in it I wanted to stitch, so I've got loads out of this magazine, absolutely loads. Obviously I can't show you the actual patterns, but what I'll show you the picture. What I've just purchased from Kim from KLT are the threads for this, the perfect beach day recipe. I literally love being at the beach in the summer with my husband. Sometimes we'll take a couple of books, magazines, barbecue, drinks, books, stay there for a couple of hours, and it's lovely, get ice cream. And I love the colour scheme, I love everything about this. It is by Emma Congdon. I love it. And so that's kitted up, ready to go. And I'm also going to stitch it on some fabric from Kim at KLT, and I'm going to stitch it on 18 count January's Boy. I'll get it out quickly because I don't know how well we can see it because we've got this dodgy lighting, even though I thought it'd be better. Oh, that's quite true actually. That's quite true to colour. It's just a lovely, I think it's just going to be lovely for my beach sampler. Really nice. And so I'm going to try and start that just after Christmas, I hope. And round the border of this project, it's called Sun, Sand and Sea, the perfect beach day. I think the article is called Sun, Sand and Sea, actually, the perfect beach day. On the project there is this lovely blue two-toned border, but I think I'm going to stitch the whole border in Christmas Dawn by Jodyri Designs. That's a really lovely, that's a good colour actually, it's good, showing up really well. Lovely hand-dyed thread. Doesn't really scream Christmas to me, but I think it's going to go really well on that beach, my beach day sampler, so I'm going for that. And when I mentioned it to my husband, I said I love anything nautical and beachy. And when I mentioned it to my husband, I gave him the magazine and I said, excuse me, what projects do you think I would love to stitch in this? I felt really bad because he flicked to the next project along from the Perfect Beach Day called Village Flower Show. He was like, this is definitely you. And I proper frowned at him like, Village Flower Show? Like, you think I'd stitch that over the nautical one? I do really love beachy nautical things. And he looked a bit like confused and like sad. And he was just like, you literally love everything on there. Like, why wouldn't you stitch it? And he was saying to me, like, you love cream teas, you love cakes, you love, you know, going to like little flower shows and village shows, and you love all those sorts of things. Why, and like the bunting, why wouldn't you stitch it? And then it suddenly dawned on me that I did love it and I wanted to stitch it. So I've kitted that up as well. I'm missing a couple of threads, but otherwise it's virtually ready to go. Yeah, Village Flower Show. So my husband was right, I'll definitely be stitching that up. And I've just got a piece of, I'm sure this is 18 count cream. It's not quite white, it's sort of off-white, just a plain piece. This is 50 centimetres by 37 centimetres, which is enough. And it cost me £2 from Rowan's Hospice in Stubbington, my local craft charity shop. I've had lots and lots of people ask me about it, actually. People that have come across my channel and said, I know someone near you, or I live near you, or I'm not too far away, I can get there. Where is this charity shop? I've never heard of it. It's a hidden gem. Don't everyone flock there once lockdown's over and buy all the stash. Please don't do that. Obviously, the more people that go there, the merrier. Me and Charlotte actually happened to go at a good time the other day, because when we went, when lockdown was eased originally, we went and there were people in there that were basically stockpiling for the second lockdown, and that was way back when it had just opened again, and people were buying, and we were listening to the ladies talk to each other and say, you know, when the second lockdown comes, I'm going to want all the craft stuff that I need, so I'm not, you know, at home twiddling my thumbs, which we totally understand. But me and Charlotte went literally just before, I think it might have even been, I don't know, it was last weekend, or maybe the weekend before, but not that long ago, and there was loads of lovely things in there. I've got it all to show you. I brought a ton of things. There's one project I'm not going to show you because I want to stitch that up for a friend, and another one that I'm not going to show you because I want to stitch that up for a friend in case she watches it. So this is my last project that I can show you that's almost kitted up, ready to go. And I feel like actually there probably was another one that I've forgotten about. Oops. So I kitted this up randomly. It was nearly kitted up. I just need a few more threads. And now I can't decide on my fabric choice. So this is another, I'm just obsessed with cross stitcher, aren't I? This is another cross stitcher, August 2015, issue 295. In case anyone's interested, lovely caravan on there. And I fell in love with, there's a couple of things in here that I want to stitch actually, just flicking through. I'm like, oh yeah, that's nice. But I fell in love with this project called Up and Away. And it's of hot air balloons, and it's so simple. It is full crosses, a little bit of back stitch, very, very simple, very, very simple. I mean, sort of symbolic, shadowy people. It's not heavily detailed, it's got a lovely simplistic style, which I love. And it's something a bit nostalgic about it for me, because where I'm from, in the middle of, in Lyd, in Kent, in the middle of nowhere, you would see hot air balloons, and I have not seen one since I left. But it wouldn't be unusual to see one. I don't know if that's the case now because I haven't lived there for 13 years or so. So I don't know if that is the case now. But you would quite often see them, and planes going by with banners on saying, you know, will you marry me and things. You could hire planes to do that. So yeah, it's a bit of nostalgia for me, and it's just very simplistic and lovely. So I have started to kit that up. But the fabric that I've chosen, I think it might be too dark. It's not coming up as dark as it is on camera. I think my new dodgy daylight bulb is making it a bit light. My husband says it's perfect. I don't know. I don't know how I feel now. But I was gifted this at a retreat. Yeah, I was definitely gifted this at a retreat. I can't remember who by, which makes me feel rude. But I put it straight with this project. I actually dug it out and put it straight in with this magazine. It's called Shimmering Snowflake Hand-dyed fabrics by Pole Stitches. If anyone's interested, it's 28 count linen. I've never used linen before. There's a first time for everything. I've never taken it out of the packet, I don't think, to look at it. But like I say, it's the first time for everything. So let's open the packet. Might make the colour a bit better. I don't know, maybe it is right. I don't know. Into the Sky probably would have looked good on this. Actually, I think it might be okay. Yeah, not too stormy. It's just because some of the clouds are a bit grey. Well, I say these are clouds. You know what I mean. They're not actual clouds. The dye. It's a bit grey. They look like clouds to me. Yeah. But I honestly can't remember how I ended up with this fabric apart from that I got it from the retreat. Sorry for the rattly bags. I'll pop that back in my pocket, ready to stitch. Only missing a couple of threads from that as well, I think, but I'm not ordering all the threads because I have recently bought more and I'm part of KLT Stash Club, so I'm due some more, and I can't work on all the things. I want to work on all the things. I've been trying to work on all the things, but you can't work on all the things. So that's basically what I've kitted up. I am going to show you one more thing that I haven't kitted up, but I am desperate to start. So as I said, that I have subscribed to the Partworks Disney cross stitch. There is a fabulous pattern for one of my favourite Disney films. I think, no, it is my favourite Disney film because I always think, is it Tangled? Oh, no, it's definitely this. Bookmark, this beautiful bookmark, tale as old as time, and it's the rose. I just love everything about this. I love everything about this. It's mostly red, which is my favourite colour. It's from my favourite Disney film. I just love everything about it. I love reading, I love books, I love Belle. And it's only got a few colours. So I will probably, when I'm not trying to finish the Christmas sampler and presents, I will probably kit that up and stitch it for me, even though I do not need another bookmark. One of the one of the other things I wanted to show you was I brought this little they call them a traveller's notebook. My brain today. They call it a traveller's notebook. I brought it in the Tiger sale. I won't say how much for because I might have put some away for Christmas for friends. But I got it in the sale, and I just thought, I did not know what I was going to use it for because I've got a TN. That's what people use journals and planners, call them for short. I have got a TN that I don't really use because I've got out of the habit of journaling. I should try and get back into it. And I just thought, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. And then I thought it matched my new 40 odd p folder from Morrison's quite nicely. And so I've been writing little, I can't show you because it says who I'm stitching Christmas presents for. But, oh, I can show you this bit. So on here I've written threads I need for Sun, Sand and Sea. I've ordered them from KLT, they're on their way. I still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 for Flower Show. Obviously I'm not going to stitch that yet anyway. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for Hot Air Balloon, and I've ordered all the ones for a project for a friend. So I can get started on that hopefully in time for Christmas. I need to get my arse into gear. Yeah, so I've started to use that to help me plan and organise projects and things. So that's handy as well. And I think that's it. Now I'm going to go on to stash purchases. One of them I can't show you because it's a Christmas present, but I've got it out anyway. Excuse me, a hiccup. Yeah, so I just have to kind of move that out of the way because I can't show you. But it was a fabulous, fabulous cross-stitch kit. £6.50. And I can't show you. Anywho, onward. One of the things that I forgot to show you last time was that I'd got given a £10 Amazon voucher from a child that left our nursery to go to big school. It was a bit of a surprise to get a voucher from lovely little lad's parents because what we say is key children, so children that we are personally responsible for. He wasn't one of my key children, but he gave me a £10 voucher and I got something for a friend with it that I can't show you. This video is full of things I can't show you. I am actually going to do another video. I'm thinking of recording it tomorrow. I can't do it next weekend because it's my first weekend working, so either tomorrow or 2 weeks tomorrow of all the things that I can't show you now that I will upload like Boxing Day or something. Anywho, I ordered the thing I can't show you, and I ordered this Mill Hill kit. Oh, this light is so not great, is it? And it's a burger. Me and my husband do a burger night. We used to do it once a week. We don't do it as often now, but this is a Mill Hill kit, spring bouquet kit it says, but it is the hamburger kit. And it's got a lovely heart bead with it that goes on top of the burger, which I love. And yeah, we're going to say it's a veggie burger. Even though it says it's a hamburger, we're going to say it's a veggie burger. And it looks so cool, and I've not done a Mill Hill kit before, even though I seem to be getting a vast collection of their beads. I've used their beads before. So that's lovely. So I got that with my voucher. I got a massive haul in the charity shop, but I've kind of spread it around now. So I'm going to try and show you, just pick up, grab, show you. So I got this fabulous Kath Kidston Make book, which I don't actually own. I own all the other ones now. And this was £5, but it actually came with the kit inside. Fabulous. I was so happy about that. So it came with a blank Kath Kidston tote, Kath Kidston pencil in the Kath Kidston blue, a skein of embroidery thread, which happens to be 666, and a colour chart of threads used in the projects. So that's handy. And it's got some fabulous, fabulous projects in there. So I'll just flick through and show you a couple of my favourite projects. And it's all from sort of embroidery, a little bit of cross stitch, sewing felt, applique, loads of lovely, lovely things. I think a little bit of patchwork. So yeah, just some really, this is what I can make if I get some of the fabric, which I know I can lay my hands on. I've probably even got some kicking around. Flower tote bag, so I can make that with my kit that the book comes with. Excellente. But there are a couple of things I really wanted to spotlight in this magazine. There's a cardigan that's had embroidery. Oh, actually, this t-shirt. Desperate to make this t-shirt. That would be lovely. And there's patterns in the back, so everything that's in here you can. Oh, this beautiful cardigan with embroidery. Love, love, love. Anyway, enough of that. Yeah, Cath Kidston make. Love it. They also had with it was Cath Kidston tips for vintage style, which I've seen before and I've never brought. And this was £1.50, and I love it. And it's got loads of little tips for a vintage lifestyle, which I love. I am slowly buying Cath Kidston homey things and filling my house with them. I don't know how my husband feels about that. Once it's out, he doesn't have a choice, does he? I have brought, so funny story, I have made a Christmas project, so you'll have to watch my Christmas video when I filmed it. I have made a project for someone for Christmas, and I needed beads for it, red beads, and I managed to find some. They were really cheap. They were Mill Hill ones, but there wasn't enough in the box. Then I had to order some. They weren't very expensive, but I still had to, they weren't as cheap as my charity shop ones. Obviously, I got my charity shop ones for like 20p. So then I ordered some more, which cost me like £4. I don't mind, because it means I got to try them, see if I thought they were the right thing. Yes, I love them. Then I brought a top-up packet, so I do not mind. Then I went to another charity shop. My friend is one of the managers there, and I wanted to see her before lockdown kicked in. So I popped into the shop, and they had another packet of the same beads for 50p, but because of lockdown coming, they were half price, so they cost me 25p. Mill Hill red beads, 25p, crazy. But in the craft, that shop is revitalised in Bridgemerry, so when lockdown's lifted, if you're local, try and get in there. The other two books, the two Cath Kidston books, are from the Rowan's Hospice in Stubbington, which is where I brought my original first packet of red beads, seed beads. And then when we went in there again, I'm going to try and hold these up cleverly without dropping them everywhere. Da 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 da! Charlotte found all these other packets of Mill Hill beads, and she said, "You're getting into Mill Hill beads now. Would you like them?" Ah, yes, I would. For 20p a packet, and they're all new. Of course I would. So I got the blue long beads, bugle beads. Let's get technical here. I got the pink ones, bugle beads again. I'll try and get, this lighting is not great. Might be because it's night time. I don't know. Might be because it's busy background. I think you can just about see them. Anyway, you can see them, right? Bugle beads. And I also got some blue ones. Sorry, guys. Oh, I might put in a still. I got some sort of medium size. They're all small ones. These were medium size. Turquoisey ones. They're very nice colour. Very, very nice colour. Nice. And these were all 20p a packet from Stubbington. Then I got some large ones. These are sort of the blacky purpley ones, really. They're nice. And last but not least, I got some peachy, tiny seed beads, peachy ones. Just have a look at them myself. And they were also 20p. I like them. I like getting a collection of them now, because it means I can use them on different projects, which is exciting. From the Rowans, for £3 I also got a Molly Makes Feathered Friends craft book. I used to love Molly Makes magazine. It's changed a bit now, and I used to love getting a different free kit every month for projects to try. Obviously things are changing with magazines, and free gifts aren't such a big thing now, which is a bit sad. So I'm going to finish up my subscription, and I probably won't resubscribe, which makes me so sad because I've loved it so much, but it has changed. But I will still get their books and things because there's some really lovely embroidery projects in here, sewing projects, felt projects, knitting, paper cuts, which I love, needle felt. I don't know if I said that already. There's so many lovely things in here. So many lovely different projects. Obviously of the February friend kind. Yeah, this cost me £3 and I'm excited to make some projects from there. This is press on mount board. This cost me £1 from the Rowans Hospice in Stubbington as well. I've never heard of it before, but it's by DMC. I'm going to give it a go, see how I feel about it. It's probably going to be really good and I won't be able to get hold of it anymore. I don't know, I haven't looked. Might be rubbish. I don't know, I'm going to give it a try. For £1, I was going to give it a try. I also got these wooden embroidery hoops. Me and Charlotte did laugh because the small one was £2, small one. Big one was £1.75. So yeah, we couldn't work out why that would be. But I needed one for a project and I just thought might as well get both while they're there. Charlotte spotted all this fabulous DMC in the craft charity shop, but she said she wasn't desperate for any of it, so she gave it all to me. I was trying to show you in a good way. There is no good way, so I'm just going to kind of do a bit of a flick through. There's one variegated in there, which is a nice, I prefer Anchor variegated, but DMC is nice too. And the variegated one is a Ready Pink, which might, oh, it's 106, might come in handy for like a Valentine's-y type project. It's quite nice colour. But I usually, yeah, I do prefer Anchor variegated, and I'm a convert to Anchor Black. I have brought some 310 because I need it for the DMC 310. I've brought it because I need it for a project I'm working on, but I much prefer Anchor Black. I'm a convert. So yeah, I've got some DMC, and she also found, Charlotte always finds the floss. She found all of these lovely DMC skeins already on these things. I can't remember what they're called. They're not like bobbins, but I have a plastic wallet for these, so I could put them in there, but they've got all of them, but 2 have got the numbers on, and I'm sure I can match the other ones. So that's really handy. So I got all of that floss. So these ones were £2.50 on the holders. I can't remember what they're called. And the other skeins were 25p a skein. So that's fabulous. I have also brought, for a secret project for Christmas, hopefully, some Kath Kidston Winnie the Pooh fabric. And I didn't know how much was going to be in the packet. It cost me about £13. But I'm going to make so many projects out of this. I mean, it's a really decent piece. This is, I'll show you half of it. Such a decent piece. So I think I might make 2 little Christmas projects out of that. Yeah, I think I will actually. Yeah, so I was really pleased with that actually. And it's nice and clean, and it's a nice sized piece. So super pleased about that. And I don't know if I told you guys in my last Flosstube video, but I needed some more needles, so I invested in some Bowen needles. Just in case I didn't show you, I will quickly show you now. It's not going to take me long just to take them out of my lovely project bag. I have shown this on a Flosstube, but I'll show you again. This project bag cost me, I want to say, I did mention it in the video, like £3 I think. Charlotte found it and was like, hey, look at this project bag, do you want it? And I was like, totes, yeah. Didn't even say like, no, do you want it? She's really, like, we're really bad at doing that to each other, but I should have said like, no, don't you want it? But I've loved it, and she knows I've loved it, so she knows I'm grateful. But yes, I got my Bowen needles. I found them on Etsy, and it turns out the seller is from Hampshire, and she sent me some lovely leaflets that I will get ready for my next video, because this one's getting on a bit. She does some classes and things for embroidery, so these are tapestry needles, but they are also cross-stitch ones, and I keep them in my handmade Cath Kidston Beach Hut needle case that I made on one of my first sewing lessons, and I love it, even though it's not perfect. It's very not perfect, actually. So yeah, they are my Bowen needles, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And I also got some John James needles for embroidery, specifically tiny to use with beads. I can't remember where they came from. eBay, I think, maybe? Can't remember. They were cheap though. They were cheaper than the Bowen ones. The Bowen ones were £5 for all of them from the seller on Etsy. Give me 2 seconds actually. I will just drag my other storage bag across and tell you the lady's name who I got the Bowen needles off, because there's no point me doing a Flosstube video if you want them and you can't find them. So Lorna Bateman Embroidery. Is where I got them from. Find us on Etsy is also on there, but it looks like she is also on Facebook, Pinterest and Instagram, which is handy. But yeah, Lorna Bateman Embroidery. They do designer embroidery kits, patterns, prints, materials and workshops, and they are based in Hampshire, so that's handy. But it all looks, I mean, it all looks so beautiful. Really, really beautiful. But yeah, so those needles were £5. Check them out. They are smooth. They're really, really smooth, and they do colonial knots beautifully, backstitch beautifully. The only thing I would say is for backstitch, I prefer to use a sharper needle. And the Bowen needles are blunt. Generally cross-stitch needles are, and it does say, I mean, it is preference, you know, when you're learning to cross-stitch, it does say it's, you know, the tips that I've read says it's preference if you use a sharper needle for backstitch. That's up to you. The last thing I want to show you that I've been forgetting to show you is my new cross-stitch storage bag, which is a Cath Kidston cotton taupe, and it's designed like their carrier bags, which I flipping love. I love this bag. It cost me £7 all in, sorry. I think I found it on a pre-loved Cath Kidston page on Facebook. I'm sure these were given out to people that worked there, and they've started selling them, because she was also selling the aprons that they used to wear. I am glad I got my grubby mitts on it. It's Cath Kidston blue. It's got their address on it. I mean, it looks like, I just love it. It looks like their carrier bags. It's perfect. I take it everywhere with me now. Oh, actually, I say that was the last thing. I've got one more special purchase to show you. And this, I think, is very special. When I was in the craft charity shop, there was this, I can't remember what these are called now, screen. There was this, I'm going to hold it up in front of my face. So there was this screen. There we go. And it's foldable. So it's like one of those vintage screens that ladies would have stood behind to get changed away from their maids, their handmaids and things. But it's obviously smaller, and it's a picture frame. But it is a double clip picture frame, so put the board in here, and I'll probably have to find another board to go in there behind these clips, and someone's obviously upcycled it because it's a bit shabby chic, it's a bit sanded down, especially these bobbly bits at the top, they've been sanded back. So they've shabby chic it, but I saw it, fell in love with it straight away. £15. I'm going to put cross stitch in every one of these little gaps because there's room to do it. And it'd be silly not to. And when me and my husband eventually buy our own home, I will display it with all my lovely cross stitch in it. So yeah, that's my last actual purchase. The only other, oh my gosh, I'm forgetting about all the things. Very, very quickly, thank you Dawn, my lovely, lovely pen pal, one of my best friends, Dawn, sent me a little card to say, and it came today, hope you feel brighter soon, and she included in it a Tatty Teddy mini kit, so thank you Dawn. So that's not really a stash purchase, but that is an act of kindness. Thank you Dawn, I love it so much. I also purchased the World of Cross Stitching. I don't super love it because I don't super love the patterns in there. There are a few that I like that I probably will stitch up. And it came with the Angel Bauble kit. I'm not super in love with that either, so I might pass that on to a friend. But I did super love, this was meant to be in Cross Stitch Crazy, the Christmas cat aperture card kit, but I might turn that into a Christmas decoration. I do super love that. So that is definitely it. Didn't have much stitching to show you because of presents, but yeah, I had lots of stash to show you. I also need to announce the winners of my giveaway. So I had 2 people say that they wanted to enter my giveaway, and because there was only 2 people that sort of said they wanted to enter, I'm going to do another one in my next video. I'm just going to try and find some different things to be able to give away because I've actually reached over 100 subscribers. Thank you guys. But for this little giveaway, I wanted to say congratulations to Karen. You have won the camper van. I literally put number 1 and 2 in a random generator, and the winner for for this one was number 2, which was you, Karen. So you get my camper van kit, and the other lady who commented was Yasmin. So I'm going to send you this complete happy birthday to you kit. It does have the chart in the back, so it's all complete. So I'm going to send that to you. Thank you ladies for entering. If you inbox me via Instagram or something, your postal addresses, I will post them out to you. And thank you for entering. I'm going to wrap it up here because I'm nearly on to an hour. It's because I had so much haul to show you because I've been hoarding it because I don't buy all this at the same time. I've been hoarding it to show you. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. I will have so much more stitching to show you after Christmas is over. I might just work on a project just to show you, to be able to show you something else. This is Flosstube after all, but at least I managed to show you some haul and some future upcoming projects as well, and then you'll be able to see them grow. So take care everyone. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Thanks everyone. Bye.